Hey guys, so I had a request to do a video on my makeup brushes, so that's what this video is going to entail. So now onto my eye brushes. So I actually hold my eye brushes in a container that I bought from, I believe, Marshall's. And this is just a toothbrush holder that I didn't like using as a toothbrush holder, and it ended up working really nicely to hold my eye brushes. Alright, so I have a ton of eye brushes. I'm just going to randomly pick them up and talk about them because otherwise this video will take forever. So the first one is the MAC 224. This is a really nice fluffy blending brush. And I also have the dupe for it from Sigma. This is the this one's the Sigma SS 224. It's very similar to the MAC brush, except the bristles are just slightly shorter. So this one's the Sigma one. The bristles are slightly shorter than the MAC one, and it's a little bit more dense than the MAC one. But I really like both of these for blending out in the crease, and they're both fantastic brushes. Alright, so then I have the SS 239. This is kind of a fluffy, short eyeshadow brush. I really like using this to apply my highlight because it covers a larger area and it's really fluffy. Alright, so now I have the SS 252. This is a little bit more dense brush. It's really nice for packing on color or pigments to your eyelid. Now we have the SS 219. It's a really small crease brush, and I love this brush. It's fantastic for applying color to your outer crease in a really precise manner, and it's really nice for just packing that color onto your lid. Now I like using the SS 224 or the MAC 224 to blend it out, but this is really nice for getting that color onto your lid. Alright, now I have a Stila number 4. This one's a really small precision eyeliner brush, and I really like using this one to apply color underneath my eyelid. It's preferred to using something larger if I want to pack on color, so I really like this brush. Alright, so now I have a couple of Sonia Kashuk brushes. You can buy that line of brushes from Target, and I actually have two of this brush because I like it so much. This is kind of a crease blush or blending brush. It has somewhat shorter bristles than the SS 224 or the MAC 224, but it's really nice and soft, and it's fantastic for applying color and blending it out in your crease. I actually like to use this brush for my entire eyelid sometimes for packing color onto the lid, blending it out, applying my highlight. It's a fantastic and very affordable brush. It's also synthetic. And then I have a small eyeshadow brush from Sonia Kashuk. This is really nice for packing color onto your lid. I have a smaller lid area, so this one works really nicely for that effect. And then I have a larger eyeshadow brush, and I like to use this more for packing on color to my highlight area. That's also from Sonia Kashuk, and all of those brushes are synthetic. They're very affordable, and like I said, you can get them at Target. Alright, so now I have the SS 275. This is an angled brush for applying eyeshadow, and when I first got this from Sigma, I wasn't exactly sure what I was going to use it for, but it's fantastic for pretty much all purposes of the eye. It's great for packing on color to the lid, blending out color in your highlight area, and it's also fantastic for applying color to your crease because it has this angled effect to it. You can kind of sweep it across your eye and get that really nice sort of angled appearance at the end of your eyelid here. So this is a fantastic brush. Alright. Then I have an SS 266. This is an angled eyeliner brush. It's really fantastic. It's pretty dense. I have an SS 209. This is also an eyeliner brush, but it's more pointed and really nice for precise eyeliner if you want to put it in a really thin fashion on your top or lower lid. It works really nicely with cream eyeliners. Now I have an SS 217. This is a really nice fluffy brush for applying eyeshadows. I really like this for blending out color in the crease. This is a travel size that I got from Sigma. It actually came free with the complete face and eye kit that I bought sort of as a tester, and I really like this brush. Then I have this really small Essence of Beauty crease brush. I really like to use this to apply color in a very precise manner to my outer crease, but it's also really nice to bring color on the under eye area. And then the last brush that I have is an Essence of Beauty eyebrow and eyeliner brush, and it also has a comb on it for separating your eyelashes. So here's the comb for separating your eyelashes. There's a brush for brushing your eyebrows, and then there's also a little brush on the end to apply color to your eyebrows. So I really think that's very affordable from Essence of Beauty, which is a drugstore brand. So those are basically all of my brushes, and as you could tell, most of those brushes were from Sigma. So I bought a complete face and eye kit, I want to say 3 or 4 months ago, and it was probably one of the best purchases that I've ever made. I believe it came with 12 brushes, and then they did send me with my kit an extra sort of freebie brush to test out from their travel-sized version of kits. So it's a really nice company. They have really nice brushes, a couple of different sets. So if you don't want a complete face and eye kit, you can get just eyes or just face. It's really affordable. I think for 12 brushes it was something like $80. And from MAC, most of those brushes that I purchased were about $30 a piece. So for $80 I could only really get like 2.5 brushes. So for the price of 2.5 at MAC, I got 12 from Sigma. So of the 12 brushes from Sigma, I want to say a little bit more, maybe 3/4 of the brushes are real hair bristled brushes and the other half are synthetic. Most of the time synthetic brushes are going to be things like foundation brushes, concealer brushes, eyeliner brushes, and things like that. But the rest of them, powder brushes and things like that, are usually real hair brushes. So anyway, Sigma is a great company if you're looking for a brush set. It's very affordable. Alright, now on to the last thing. So, tips for cleaning brushes. So, I like to do spot cleaning maybe once or twice a week. It depends on how often I use the brush. Foundation brushes, powder brushes, I do a little bit more often. I usually do them at night so that they have time to dry over the next day. Now, some of your larger brushes, like powder brushes, for instance, like the SS150 or Kabuki brush, those actually might take longer than a day to dry. So, give yourself enough time or have an alternative brush that you can use in the meantime. Now when I spot clean, I like to use MAC's brush cleaner. You can see that I've used a lot of it. I believe it's something like $11, and I've had this bottle for 4 or 5 months now, so it doesn't take a lot to spot clean your brushes. Now like I said, I do that between 2 and 3 times a week. I try to deep clean my brushes at least once a week, if not every 2 weeks. It really depends on how often I use the brush and if I've used a really bright, vibrant color on it, for instance on my eyeshadow brushes. Now my recommendation with deep cleaning is that once you deep clean your brush, reshape it, shape it into the way that it should look. Wring out as much of the liquid as you can from the brush without being too violent near the end where the glue is holding all the bristles in, but just lightly sort of press the color out. And then lie it flat on its side to dry. You don't want to leave it vertical in a container like the one that I can store my brushes in while it's drying, because all that liquid's going to go down into the glue, it's going to loosen it, and you're going to start losing bristles much more easily. So let the brush dry on its side. Now I will actually make a video probably sometime in the near future on how I physically spot clean and wash my brushes. So I'm not going to go through that in this video because I don't think I'll have enough time. But just a helpful hint, you do want to keep your brushes in a clean, dry area. I actually don't recommend keeping them open in your bathroom. Probably keeping them in an under cabinet area or separate from the bathroom is the best way to keep them clean. And if you have really sensitive skin, it's really important to keep the brushes clean and bacteria free. So those are kind of my brushes. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you guys soon.